All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we are going to be in the 135 to 40 pound division where Devin Haney and Devin Haney has said that he wants Gervonta Davis to move up to 140 pounds. Devin Haney is probably not going to fight Shakur Stevenson. And a boxer by the name of Anthony Peterson let it be known exactly what he thought about a fight between Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney. And he had done it a while back. The video is now coming out, but I actually talked to some people and asked what they thought, and they were like, that dude's 100% right. The truth of the matter is, Devin Haney can't beat either one of those guys. And the reason that those fights aren't happening is because he can't beat either one of those guys. It's just a lot of talk. Devin is not that level. Now, let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we're going to be in the 135 and 140 pound division, and we're going to talk about Gervonta Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and Devin Haney, and what the current circumstances around these guys fighting, and also someone that I spoke with that I really do respect, very, very funny dude, basically breaks it down and says, look, man, Devin Haney's not going to fight either one of those guys because Devin's not a special fighter. Shakur Stevenson is a special fighter. Gervonta Davis is a special fighter. And Devin Haney's just big for the weight class. But if he fights either one of those guys, he's going to lose. And more than likely, he knows it. So he is focused much more on the pomp and the circumstance of it. And this is all addressing comments about who has the better resume between the three fighters. And as we all know, resumes don't fight. Now, before I get into the details of it, let me welcome you back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, please accept my invitation to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you can be notified of when we release more videos. And if you're a longtime subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for your continued support. It really does mean a big deal for the channel. So thank you guys, especially the people that come by in that super thanks. If I don't say your name in this particular video, it's because I'm in a little bit of a rush trying to because I got something I got to do in a little bit of time. So thank you very much. But let me for sure say Matty-O, Barbara D, Mr. Pragmatic, Paul Carrick, my guy, Ox Steel. Thank you guys so much, man, for your support, Chillville. But let's get into this. So Devin Haney gives an interview where Devin Haney says that he can only fight Gervonta Davis at 140 pounds. He can't fight at 135 pounds. He also lays out this thing where Shakur Stevenson was being fake and using publicity stunts in order to fight, in order to get out of a fight with him, or he was never serious about the fight, right? But that's why Devin Haney was forced up to 140 pounds. All right, man. So I'm going to summarize this way. Poppycock. That is poppycock. Absolute poppycock. And I explained it in another video, but just in brief, and then I'll let you know what I think what that really means. First of all, Devin Haney is a very, very good fighter. He's a very good fighter. Okay, very good fighter. He is, however, surrounded by a media machine that is attempting to make him a once-in-a-lifetime fighter. You have a good fighter, very good fighter, that is being portrayed as a once-in-a-lifetime fighter. And he's being portrayed as a once-in-a-lifetime fighter off of one win of note. Wins over one person. One. And who is that? It is George Kambosos. Now, people have been talking about whose resume is better. Is it Gervonta Davis's resume, or is it Devin Haney's resume? And inevitably, what they look at is the fact that that Devin Haney held 4 belts, and Gervonta Davis has only held a major sanctioning body belt at 130. He's only really, so that is 4 major championship belts to 2 major championship belts for Gervonta and Devin, right? Gervonta held the 130-pound IBF and the 130-pound WBA super title, right? 2-time, so he's a 2-time major champion at 130. He has held the WBA world champion, which people commonly refer to as the regular belt, at 135. And he held the WBA regular belt at 140 with his win over Mario Barrios. Okay. Now, actually, I should say he's a 3-time. Actually, he's a 3-time WBA major championship belt holder, because he held the WBA. He had the WBA super twice at 130 when he beat Leo Santa Cruz. So that is 3 belts, right? To 4 belts. But Gervonta Davis did it in 3 fights. And Devin Haney did it against 1 guy. Now, does that mean that Gervonta Davis is a better fighter than, this is my question to my friend, does that mean that Gervonta Davis is a better fighter than Gervonta Davis is a better fighter than Devin Haney, because he's won 3 belts in 3 fights, and Devin Haney won 4 belts essentially in 1 fight and then descended. He said, "Of course not. Doesn't mean that he's a doesn't mean that he's a better fighter. You don't know if he's a better fighter unless he's in the ring." So I said, "Well, cool. Who do you think is the better fighter?" And he's like, "Gervonta's a better fighter." Very easily, and went to it very quickly. Gervonta is the better fighter. Gervonta is a special fighter. And then I said, "Well, who's better between Devin and Shakur?" He said, "Shakur. Shakur is a special fighter." And what was the rationale is because there's special things about Gervonta. There's special things about Shakur Stevenson. There are things with Gervonta Davis that you can't find anywhere else in that division. You can't find almost anywhere else in boxing. And Shakur Stevenson, there are things with Shakur that you cannot find anywhere in boxing. And if you can, you may be able to find 1 or 2. And plus, they're so good at all the other areas to him that makes him a special fighter. And he said Devin Haney is a very good fighter, but Devin Haney's advantage that he's had is really not his skill set, even though his skill set is very well rounded and he's good at everything. But he is, except for his power to date, but he is not a special fighter. He is a good fighter. So, but people around him and his marketing agency or his marketing and his PR, that is exceptional because he has done a good job moving himself as a business person to get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity that he earned, but that's not what happens in the ring. So I asked, well, what do you think actually happens in the ring? So like, look, man, dude, he's not beating Shakur. And this is something I already know. He's not beating Shakur at 135. And he's not beating Gervonta Davis at 135. Gervonta Davis is special in a couple areas. The variety and the way, the different styles that Gervonta Davis can fight in. He can come at you. He can knock you out he can beat you going forward. He can beat you going backwards. He can beat you going forwards, then going backwards, then going forwards, then going backwards. He has all kind of different varieties, and you see him having won fights in all different type of ways. And with the 4 scoring, this is somebody that's very big on the scoring criteria boxing. He's good in all 4 areas of the scoring criteria. He has great defense, great ring generalship, great clean and effective punching, and great effective aggression, where Devin Haney doesn't have anything to keep him off of him. And Devin Haney is not such, footwork is not so exceptional, or defense is not as exceptional as, say, a Shakur Stevenson. So just like Peterson said in the interview that I quoted, referred to, you're in a situation where you have the only person that can really give Gervonta any problem is Shakur, because Shakur's defense and ring generalship is so superb. But Devin's ring generalship and defense are not really any better than Gervonta's. And his effective aggression and defense is way slacking off of him. So there's just something about this. Devin is just a very, very good fighter. And sometimes you just have special fighters. For example, Floyd is a special fighter. Some of the people that he fought were really, really good fighters, but none of them were just really special, where they had something. A guy has something that nobody else has. But anyway, that's my take on the matter. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. And with that, I'm out. Peace.